All right, guys, this is Kime Interviews. We are here with the Maine. If you guys could introduce your name and position in the band.
I'm Pat, and I play drums.
I'm Garrett, I play bass.
I'm John, and I support these guys.
Moral support, right? All right, so how's the tour going so far, guys? Anything crazy happen? I know it's kind of early in, but how's it going?
A little early for crazy, I think. It's always crazy, but we started in Albuquerque. Last night was in our hometown in Tempe, and tonight is the third show. So we're reserving the crazy, I think, for the later part of the tour. Everybody's fresh though. Everybody's energized. So,
is Albuquerque getting any more interesting since Breaking Bad has come out?
Did you guys end up going to like walk around all the different spots?
We wanted to go to the car wash or something.
Yeah, we wanted to go to Walt's house and stuff, but we ended up not because we're lazy. But we could have. It could have been a very fun day, but we just decided to be boring.
There's a lot more meth there now.
Yeah, there's a lot of meth.
Which I just completely support that. I love meth. I love meth.
Who doesn't love meth, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's an obvious one. All right, so we're going to start off with some icebreakers real quick. If you guys could take one song from history and make it the main single, you know, and just rewrite history, what song would you guys choose?
Celine Dion, the Titanic song, that was a big song. It was a very huge song.
Lots of money.
I think our lives would be a lot different. Our bus would probably it would have wings.
Yeah.
It would just fly.
It'd be like the Goofy movie, RV, right?
Yeah, dude, that was so sick.
Actually, wait, can we steal the Goofy movie song? Remember? That was
Rich, but
it's very cool.
Yeah.
All right, so another icebreaker. If you could wipe off any song from the face of the planet, what would it be?
Happy birthday. Life would be a lot more interesting without that song. What would you do? You are turning 25.
That'd be cool.
I don't know.
Wait, everyone would know that song?
Yeah, you
are turning 13. Now you're 13, baby.
that'd be good. That'd be great.
All right, so your most recent album, Forever Halloween, has an interesting name, guys. Where did that come from, and what does it mean?
It's I mean, I guess it all starts to coincide, and it began to kind of come together as we were kind of making the album and thinking of the artwork and thinking of the name. We recorded the album live and to tape, so we feel like it's a real raw representation of who we are as a band. And I think it kind of works in synchronicity just because I was trying to get across the idea that you know, the facade that you put on, or the hat that you wear, or the shoes that you have on, those don't make up who you are as a person. And at the end of the day, you know, this approach that we took, I think, represents who we are as a band, and it really it can't hide any of the imperfections and the flaws, you know. So it's an earnest kind of approach, and I think that it works with the title. So
yeah, interesting. So for this album, what is your guys' personal favorite song off the record? I'm sure it differs, but we can just go around and get a favorite.
Oh man, I always change it, I guess. I'll go with Take What You Can Carry today.
Okay.
I'll also do that song.
we're playing a song called Run, and it's pretty fun. So now, yeah, for today, that's what I'm digging.
For this week,
yeah,
we'll
exactly.
stick with, all right. So your recent album was released independently. What were the pros and cons to that, and did you guys expect, what did you guys expect from doing this? What hesitations did you have?
I mean, we've kind of been doing it that way for a little bit now. This is our second album doing it independently, and so I guess I was just thinking about the other day, you know, the fact that we've released just as many albums independently as we have on a record label. So, you know, at this point, it just kind of feels like what we do, you know. It just gives us the freedom to make the album that we wanted to make, and you know, I don't think there's many record labels that would be into us doing the record how we did, and things like that. So it's been really good so far.
Yeah. Have anything to add, guys?
I mean, the only reservations that we would have had would be, you know, can we afford it? And fortunately, you know, people are still coming to shows and supporting us. So, you know, that would have been the only kind of hang up we would have had. So, I mean, not saying that we are rolling in money. It's just like it's kind of self-funding, you know, at this point. So, it's yeah. I mean, it's just very fulfilling to be able to do what you want to do and have people be into it. So,
Anything?
I agree with both of them.
I concur.
Affirmation. Okay, so you guys have mentioned that this recent album truly defines what you guys are capable of. What sort of things what sort of things held you back from previous albums that, you know, you couldn't really express yourself other than a label?
I think just, you know, learning more about music. You know, we're kind of always studying records and all sorts of, you know, older kind of records that maybe you know, influenced us a lot. You know, we're always trying to learn about our craft and what we're doing, and you know, maybe it's not like we weren't trying our hardest back then, but we just didn't, you know, we learned new things, and we kind of
I think our energy was just kind of more spread out, and I think that the focus was definitely just put on what we were doing, the album that we were creating. I think it's just it says heaps about the process that we took, you know, making the album. I think it just the process of kind of like not recording together and live, it doesn't really promote a feeling in my opinion. And I know you can attain a feeling after a song is completed, however it is completed, but for us, you know, we recorded to a click, but you know, Pat's not a metronome, so there's slow and fast. There's human parts in the record, and I think that's kind of what shaped, you know, at least what we're doing right now and who we are as a band. So
do you think the theme of this album kind of ties into the way you guys recorded it, like that sort of live sense and just real?
Totally, and I think it kind of is very much indicative of who we are and what we're doing elsewhere, not recording music. It's kind of our mindset is just kind of forge our own at this point, and you know, it might take a little bit more time and effort, but it wouldn't be fun and it wouldn't be worth it if, you know, it all came easy. So
do that. So do you guys think overall that fans are more satisfied with this album than previous releases, or what do you think the fan reaction is, you know, compared to what they're used to hearing? I
feel like this tour has been kind of cool where, you know, I mean, we're only three shows in, but what I've noticed is the new songs people are like really excited about, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Like maybe we're playing stuff off the first record that maybe people don't even know. So it's cool to see like people, you know, new people coming along and really enjoying the new stuff. So that's been a cool thing for us.
Yeah. Do you have something to say?
Oh no, I completely agree with you, man.
Yes. All right, affirmation. More.
I won that question.
All right. So lastly, what's next for you guys after this tour? You know, what are you guys doing for, I guess, either possibly recording, but not really. But
yeah, I mean, it's still early to think about the next one, but we go straight from Florida at the end of this tour to Europe, and we're doing the Warped Tour over there, so that'll take us through pretty much the end of the year. We got some stuff kind of floating around. We're piecing together like equipment, recording equipment, and trying to, you know, find a permanent home for that in Arizona, but it all takes time. But yeah, right now we're just focusing on this newest album and just having fun with it, trying to play for as many people as we can.
For sure. All right, guys. Well, that is the Maine. Thank you for having us, and that's Kaim Interviews. Take it easy.
Thanks.